Just thought I'd give you a quick update on how the permaculture's going, I guess you'd call it. The I don't know what I'm doing version of permaculture, but I have made an interesting discovery, so let's go have a look, eh? Annie's pear tree, the first tree I planted, it's growing really well. The dirt is quite impacted around the base of the tree, but it must be okay where the drip line is because it's still growing, and it's now the same height as me. So as you can see down there is all the organic matter, the mulch, the hay, sawdust and manure, and horse pee and goat manure and all sorts of things going on down there. So anyway, let's have a look at this discovery I made. If we walk in down around here, these tomato plants. Now they didn't mature enough obviously to get tomatoes off them yet. I don't know if we will before the end of the season, but the interesting thing with these is my other tomato plants up in the grow beds, or the what do you call them, had a mind blank, the well, whatever they are, you know, garden beds, raised beds, that's what I was trying to think of, have died off, a lot of them, or they've just got no leaves left, they've all been burnt. You can see these leaves are really healthy, the plant itself is really healthy. I did transplant it out of a raised garden bed into here just to see how it would go, and I think I was a bit late with mulching it more, and that's why it didn't grow quite so big so quickly. But just a bit of an interesting experiment there with the tomato plants. The ones in the bed are dying. There's a couple of new plants down here. Whoops. Now I use the pots that are just rolling away as markers because obviously I'm vision impaired, so I need something to show me where the plants are, and I haven't marked it very well because now I can't find it. Here we go. Okay, here's our goji berry plant I bought off eBay. It's really quite strong, doing really well. It was planted in about a couple of weeks ago now. It did have a stake, but I just propped him up a little bit. Took it off the stake and propped it up a little bit for a couple of days, and now it's quite strong and supporting itself, so hopefully it will grow nice and strong and upright and produce some good berries. I've got another one as well, but I don't think you need to see both of them. Alright, now that, my friends, is one very happy mulberry. It was about, not even half the size when I planted it. This tiny little plant, and it's just taken off. It loves the organic matter. It's also, I don't know if you can see that, but on the bottom of a bit of a rise, so it's collecting all that water and stuff that's coming down off that rise and turning it into leaves and hopefully berries next season. So it'll go deciduous through winter and then it'll come back in spring. But it's got itself a nice big start, and it's looking quite healthy. So yeah, very happy with that one. Very happy with that one. If we look down here, we've got potatoes in there. The ones that young Zethlin came out. I like to share the gardening with the next generation, so I asked him to plant some potatoes where he thought they would enjoy, and as you can see, nice looking healthy potatoes, and they'll break up the soil for me, so the next plants that I plant in there will have some nice aerated soil. You can see there's lots of weeds around here. I'm not too worried about them yet. They'll sort of die off when the trees cover it over a bit as well. Here's our other mulberry tree. It's growing quite nicely as well. It's not as big as the other one, but catching up to it slowly. So it's also got a nice start for winter, and really enjoying this compost down below of all the horse leftover hay and sawdust and manure, all that sort of product. It's all free, so to speak, you know. I didn't have to go and rebuy the mulch. It's just left over what the horses didn't eat, and it went a bit mouldy or their manure that comes out the other end, and the sawdust from the stables, which is about $15 a trailer load. Okay, I'm doing all this in one take because, you know, then you get a bigger picture of what's going on, rather than, you know, taking it to each plant and cutting it out and stuff. This is the eBay tree, the elderberry tree. I bought it off eBay, and it's just taken off now. It was looking a little bit sick in a pot, but now you can see it's grown a lot, a whole heap of leaves, leafy growth on there. I believe these go deciduous in winter as well, but it's definitely got a good start. And down here you've got more leaf matter down in here. So yeah, it's doing really well. Enjoying all this mulch, and all the rain we've been having as well has been very helpful. I do water at the moment when there's no rain, just because I'm waiting for the stuff to establish and hold in the water, and then hopefully I won't need to water much at all then. Right, where are we going now? We've got a couple of smaller mulberries that haven't sort of come up yet. I'm not sure what the problem with them is. They seem healthy enough, they're just small for some reason. Maybe the soil's not so good there. That's fine, I've got two good ones, so if they come up, they come up, that's great. If they don't, well, that's okay too. I'll use them as mulch for the next generation of plants. Alright, here I've finally planted out the blueberry. It'll be interesting to see if it will take off, or whether it got a bit too pot bound, root bound, whatever. But it seems to be doing alright at the moment. I did put some ash in the dirt that it's buried in, and some, you know, stuff to make it a bit more acidy, although in Stanthorpe our soil is pretty acidy anyway, so it should be pretty happy here, providing that it can get a good root system underneath it and start to grow. It's already had 1 year of being deciduous, and so that's the second year. This is the second year of growth. The little lemon tree, tiny little lemon tree. It actually died off at the end of, well, the sort of start of spring, actually. Just going from winter to spring, it died off, but it's come back again. So hopefully I can keep it alive this time. We can get some more growth out of it. And I've moved the organic matter a lot further away than the other plants because it's got such shallow feeder roots. I don't want to suffocate them so they can't feed the plant. So yeah, just a little tip for your lemon trees, don't sort of suffocate them too much. Well, any tree, you want to keep the mulch away from the what do you call that part? The stump, the trunk. I'm having a terrible time with words today. You want to keep the mulch away from the trunk, because, or the base of the tree, because it can go mouldy. You can see under there the soil's nice and dark, and so you want to keep it away from the trunk, especially on grafted trees. Well, on any tree really, but grafted trees, because the graft is on the trunk, so you don't want to kill it